I'm being realistic here, chat. I don't think Brazil's going to beat Canada.
They've got to beat Brazil today.
Canada has some of the... Hey, look! They're all in a circle doing it.
It's not quite
Canada has some of the Overwatch League players, obviously.
But it's definitely as close as you can get to it. I'm all
that
for
is
it, but
funny.
No,
I like how they did that in the
They
beginning.
have to take this match incredibly seriously.
They
They are going to be going for the most
What is the
meta
K-pop
composition
comp?
currently,
The K-pop comp is all the skins
Sigma might
basically that they're coming out with.
on that Symmetra
So
to be
they're
able to
coming
try
out
and
with
burst
a
for it down
Diva,
without
they're coming out with a
having to worry
Sombra,
about
they're
the
coming
shift,
out with a
but he decides
Tracer.
instead to field
So you
into
have your
that
tank,
Sojourn
DPS,
to
DPS,
look
and
for
the
the
supports
off angles
are
and have the pick potential
Kiri
to take
and
one of these
Break.
players from Brazil down if they lag too far behind the Sigma shield.
And this Soldier 76 Sojourn combination.
So it's the
Of the two,
K-pop.
maybe we'll see if it's too
Actually,
much
funny enough, if you, because I know you don't watch my streams, Rogers,
around the backside of the point.
weird
Both teams
fan.
kind of switching.
Weird flex, but what do you call it?
Noxious, the
They,
first one to come
South
out on
Korea
top,
played
and Cal
against
combines
a
on the
team
X-Fell
with
too,
the
so it's already two members of Brazil gone.
with the K-pop,
Pretty much
and they were actually they won. They did really well with it. It was a
staggers. Cal and Seeker get another two.
Canada's looking strong already.
Yeah, support BDW. It's really the enduring storyline.
Yeah, healer, by the way, chat. That role's a healer, by the way. Just healing everything.
Damage, as well as having that mobility with the jump on the shift to be able to look for those off angles, just the way you would expect something like a Sojourn to be able to do so. And Brazil are going to have a tough time ahead of them if they want to try and approach this point. They don't have that Lucio. They're going to try and match damage for damage. So if they get stuck too long on these rotations, that just enables Seeker and Noxious so much time to find a kill before the fight starts.
Shot available for Seeker. Peeks around to the right side, unfortunately misses it, but still has that disruptor stock, so that's a ton of damage into Svenko, who has to kind of run away around the corner. Seeker takes some poke, though, can't get some direct healing until the pylon's there. Cal already found that opening pick on a Svenko, falls as well into Dalka, and Brazil, unfortunately, picked apart once more.
Yeah, Canada's looking really, really strong right now.
50% margin.
Yeah,
but as you guys can see,
both the Soldier and the Sojourn,
but as you guys can see, like co-op is usually team deathmatch. It's about the next mode, escort or hybrid, that really shows like the team coordination and
They've got false
team play.
anchoring on that point. He's sort of baiting Team Brazil into trying to go for the Sigma, and then that's when you're going to see these two pockets of teams actually collapse in and pincer onto whoever tries to step forward.
Oh no! Svenko just re-peeked the Baptiste window right into that Helix rocket from Noxious. Cal goes low on the right side but has heals, and now, I mean, Brazil, what do you do? Oh my god, you get deleted by Seeker on the outside as well.
Seeker, you gotta hit those shots, man. There you go. Come on, Seeker.
And, I mean,
wait, what's False doing?
And a waste through Graphitic Flux.
Yeah, but Noxious is still holding onto that tag visor. Cal's going to have the Captive Sun as well with that slow potential. So Team Brazil, they're going to actually swap X-Fell onto the Kiriko to have the Suzy to cleanse the effect.
And they're touching this last second. I mean, Dalka runs into the point. Overtime will tick down, but he goes down instantly. Also, Captive Sun is out, but the visor from Noxious is here just to combine with it as well. I mean, he got an overclock from Ludwig, but he's got no more teammates remaining on the point. Canada with a nice
Canada is rolling right now.
Yeah, Team Brazil unfortunately just not able to break all of the pincer movements.
I don't think Tracer really had a good skin come out in a while since OG Tracer graffiti skin, but that's subjective. But I had to get the Korea bike scene Tracer. Oh, I don't think that's true. I think
if they try to disengage, they at least
the comic skin is actually really good low-key. When you're, I don't know if you know the comic skin, but it's when I love the melee sound. When you melee someone, it's like it does the comic book sounds like bang, pow. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like the uniqueness of it, like the melee. I wish more skins were like that. Had their own like unique stuff to them.
Opposition, like you mentioned, just to get the dance off. With your Orisa first, Moxie, it looks like, with the passion to go alongside it, so a very different composition compared to Brazil, who are running something eerily similar to the last one.
Yeah, we've seen False on the Orisa before, and it has found a lot of value just moving forward with that Javelin spin. Team Brazil going to use that Maywall, try and buy themselves some time to move away from the rush.
They're going so quick into Brazil at the moment. Immortality Field already used. Cal goes low, but has their own Immortality Field here for Canada, so they can stay nice and healthy. Crimzo over the back as well, just wants to find a bit of an off angle.
Watching Lucio players play is just fucking crazy.
It has unlocked, by the way, but neither team looking.
It's actually really satisfying.
False goes low, but has that
I don't usually watch,
from both of his healers.
I usually watch my own gameplay, which is amazing too.
But stop Brazil from rotating efficiently towards that point, but they are on it regardless, so they take that first point. Whereas Canada just want to take that high ground. Noxious, though. Nice shot on the May Icicle towards Ludwig. Full team assist for Team Canada there as well. And falls with the Javelin, finds X. Also, both supports from Brazil are gone. And even though Brazil got the point first, it's Canada
Brazil,
positioning.
I hate to say this.
False is doing a very good job as well. Just
Brazil
making sure
ain't looking that good,
really
chat.
Get to use all of these Sigma abilities. Normally, when we actually see something like a Sigma mirror, it becomes about trying to use that May wall to force the immortality field, but also coming in with that shift. You obviously don't have that pressure with an Arista the way you do with a Sigma being able to cancel with accretion.
Oh, he's out of position. Seeker, what was that?
Fortify shifting in and taking up
that was a good May wall too, but what was Seeker doing? He was way out of position.
Forced to defensively pop that amplification matrix and try and keep Dalka alive through it, but he just goes down immediately, and Team Canada retain control of this choke.
I mean, that was just pure defensive advantage right there.
Is that my side or is that their side?
Pick went for Brazil, but you know, it didn't really matter when you couldn't use your amplification matrix. Now, the side of Brazil do have that gravitic flux available, as well as a blizzard. Coming up on that overclock soon and a beat drop, but Canada's still sitting pretty with their own ultimates. I mean, they've got 4 basically ready to go. Terra Surge here with the artillery strike as a combo that I know you like, Moxie. We'll see if Canada can pull it off here. They go into dog.
Oh, he yeeted that. He yeeted it. Did he actually get anyone?
Drop that blizzard. Only gets the immortality field for now, but Dalk actually comes out on top onto Seeker after the gravitic flux landed. Also, the blizzard of Ludwig is there to zone. Dalk goes so low, but a nice pocket there from Xville. And Niall on the back keeps him nice and healthy. So now Canada in a bit of a weird situation where they lose Crimzo as well. So, I mean, slowly they're kind of losing members here as Brazil rotates.
Nice. Come on, Brazil. I know. They could take a map.
Canada trying to take advantage of Dalka being in that ultimate. You're not actually able to use your grasp as the ultimate goes out, so the May doesn't have to worry about Blizzard being cancelled, but Ludwig mirrors a Blizzard, throws it into Canada's backline, and as a result, they don't get to play aggressively once the Sigma Flux has run out. Now we see Team Brazil for the first time with control of this choke. Seeker immediately going to drop the artillery strike to make sure that Team Brazil do not get to use it.
Oh! They got the BAB! I didn't think he was going to get the BAB. It looked like he wasted his ult, and the other guy just like got out of it.
And then Crimzo was there at the final blow.
Oh my!
Oh my god, what a javelin! Or what a rock, sorry, from Dalka. Off the map.
Wait, he didn't get the boop kills of the other people, but he got knocked off.
Have Svenko to the top with the overclock, but he's already so low and didn't get any healing. And Seeker having 2 kills there too. False just gets the sustain with his own ultimate, and there goes Niall, but no, he easily gets back up after having that ledge to climb over, but Dalka's gone too. I mean, this is a weird situation for Niall to be in now. Canada flipped that point. Noxious will find
Yeah, that was actually really bad that they sniped the point. Now it's not last fight. Yep.
And nobody could touch. Busan will be going in Canada's favor. They take one map in the series so far.
No surprises that Team Brazil have got that Winston composition, and they're going to be fielding Ludwig as well onto the Echo. This time, however, is not going to have a Mercy pocket the way that we saw them play up against Australia.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's for Brazil at least in particular, it's a bit kind of the team from China-esque with that Zenyatta and in out here as well. Team Canada,
it's also
though.
shield break, right? Against False.
Yeah, False is really going to be having to deal with a lot of the shots of Niall, but
I think I want Brazil to win this.
For now. Meanwhile, Neil looking to displace them, but Canada, I mean, they're just headstrong here on the top of this bridge, just continuously poking out Team Brazil at the moment, who are kind of stuck at that bus. I mean, they got no speed, and Seeker immediately with the grenade onto the Zenyatta removes Niall. Xfil soon to follow, and same with Ludwig, so that's already a quick team wipe for Team Canada.
Yeah, Team Canada read that it was going to be Dive coming through. Now we're going to see the Mercy swap come out as False was not being pressured by that Zenyatta. There is so much space up on that high ground for you to be able to hide away, break away from line of sight long enough for Discord to drop. And Team Brazil now are going to prioritize the Echo pick potential, coming in with a coordinated dive, looking to just evaporate this Bastion with the stickies, but the Sigma shield and the peel from the rest of the team is
this
strong.
Ludwig is not the same streamer as Ludwig.
A really sick setup for
Two people
Canada.
can have the same names, chat. Two people can have the same name.
You can't really dive them, and they're continually pumping.
Isn't Ludwig a pretty
like look immediately Svenko and
common
Neo
name?
fall. What does Brazil do? They're going back to the spawn once again, just trying to avoid any potential staggers, but even Niall can't. I mean, they swapped over to that Mercy like you said earlier, but already. You got a minute and 30 seconds off of the clock.
Yeah, but this is traditional dive, right? You're playing for nano boost. If the push fails when you've got a nano boosted either Echo or Winston, that's when you
Actually,
get concerned.
I interviewed Ludwig last time.
So much time
He
has
said he
passed
had
as
the
well,
name
Team
Ludwig
Canada
before the
have
other guy was
forced
like a
the
streamer or
ultimates to be able
something.
to heal that nano boost when it comes out.
That was a nice nade onto false, resulting in Ludwig actually getting the kill. Cal trades it back, and then exfil. Oh my god, support by the way, Cal.
Support by the way.
Can you guys believe that? It's supposed to be a healer. Look at this healer killing everything in the fucking game. I love Smile. I love Overwatch.
Back to the mini health pack eventually will be found by Ludwig in the copy. However, the damage is already done to Brazil. I mean, surely Ludwig falls here. Pocket is there for Noxious. They did lose the Nano too, man. Oh, it's so
Man,
brutal.
I'm looking at Noxious play. It's very interesting to see how people play this game, or like how they game in general. Some people are more laid back, some more people are like up at their monitor. It's fun to see.
Brazil at the moment, so they're relying heavily on this Mercy pocket. Oh my god, can he get the res? Niall gets it. So Brazil are still in this. Noxious is low on the point, has to recall. Surely they can find him. Ludwig's found Seeker. The pulse bomb connects for nothing on the side of Noxious in Canada. Expo also finds False, who had the gravitic flux. So even though it looked like Brazil were out of it, they actually come back to claim this point in just a second. I mean, maybe Canada can get a retest off. They've got a gravitic flux coming back, but no. Nobody else here. Brazil actually captured point A.
Yeah, Canada just giving up that point, prioritizing holding the high ground so they can get Seeker into a position to pressure this Echo in the next fight. They know that Ludwig is coming in with that duplicated form, and they want to deprive Team Brazil of any momentum to be able to keep this payload moving through streets.
Goes this way.
Oh my god, that was disrespectful.
Do what they just did, but
that was just disrespectful.
And that just sends
he literally just took that guy's shoes.
As Canada just look to take this aggressive position towards the payload.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Genji swap come through eventually from Ludwig if this duplication fails. Seeker being set up on that high ground is going to be so hard to be able to eject, but False is taking so much pressure. We're actually going to see Ludwig use the duplicate onto Seeker with the Bastion.
There you go, Noxious.
Push False away.
There you go, Noxious.
To peel and keep Seeker standing.
No, Noxious.
Coming back. I mean, this keeps happening as well for Brazil, and Ludwig in particular. His entire team dies around him, but he still finds his. Niall also gets the res, so Brazil aren't even out of it, even though they lost so many members here. They've got this payload pushing forward.
That's why you're A-okay with Ludwig playing that aggressive. Well, one, he has to play that aggressive because he needs to close up the distance for False so he can pressure the Sigma with that focusing beam to ignore the shift defensive. As Neil's coming in with the nano boost trying to ignore all of the damage. It's going to be harder, however, to ignore that damage reduction with an amplification matrix doubling everything sent your way.
Yeah, I mean, they've only lost one, though, for how many ults were committed at the very least. However, that was, yeah, that Baptiste window, Captive Sun, Pulse Bomb there. It's really hard for Brazil, who now have the Valkyrie ready to go for next fight.
It's going to be so hard as well for them to actually try and negate the damage coming through from False's Flux. The only one who can actually cancel it is Exfil with that sleep dove.
Come back, Seeker with the artillery strikes, able to find Exfil. That's terrible for Brazil. Ludwig also goes down, maybe as Niall was going for that resurrect.
Poor Savenko.
Now, I mean,
Noxious is popping off.
Even though they got Exfil back in the fight, they're just going to have to back up once again with a minute and 20 seconds left on the clock.
It's a very common strategy for these teams to turn to when you're dealing with a pocketed Echo or Pharah. You go after the Ana to force the Mercy away from that pocket roll.
Are there hero bans in Overwatch World Cup now?
That resurrection, and then you chase down the players knowing that they don't have that lifeline attached to them, and they're then vulnerable. And it's something that Team Canada have been able to do again and again and again so far this map.
So let's be worried about grouping up here at the moment because Noxious is able to find the kill on the Nile and also on his Svenko. He's been so good, by the way, for Team Canada on Tracer. I know that was a talking point leading into the games, into this World Cup group stages.
I love it.
But Noxious
all
really
Tracer players are the same. They're just like
above where he was before on Tracer.
They're just meleeing and spraying the floor and everything. I just love it.
This role, talking to him before even heading into Team Canada's conference, he was just really happy to get a chance to show and prove himself in that DPS role, and he is doing that and then some. Has the pulse bomb as well to try and attach onto one of these players in the backline. Doesn't even have to worry about baiting the shift from the Sigma in case it gets cancelled. Noxious is just living his best life.
Svenko does trade it back at the very least, and the res is here. Ultimate advantage is going actually in favor of Brazil's side. They've got the nano engaged. and a pulse sponsor Svenko. One of the members of Brazil has to be huge at the moment if they want a chance to win. As we enter overtime now, Immortality Field pop as well.
Wasted.
Neil, though, no,
that was a wasted.
they don't have their tank to help.
I don't think it was wasted. They win the team fight anyways. I'm pretty sure. There's no way Brazil wins this. Feels bad, man. Canada's looking like a very strong team right now.
Brazil cannot move any further in the streets phase. Canada will hold
I feel
that
bad for Brazil,
right
man.
there.
If Brazil loses this, I think they're. I don't think they're making it.
As well, because he is
I think they're out of
Team
reach
Brazil to make that move with
the
that
group
nano
stage.
boost, and then he throws in the flux to disrupt any momentum that a nano boosted entrance to a fight should provide. It's really smart coming through from Team Canada. He knows that there's not a whole lot that can cancel it. He doesn't have to play around specific cooldowns like you see in the Sigma versus Mirror matchup, where you're constantly concerned about the other Sigma using accretion to be able to cancel it. Even if you're going up against something like an Orisa with that javelin throw, you can get stunned out of it. With a Doomfist punch, you can get punched out of it. The way that we saw KSG a little bit earlier in this week being able to pull that
hated
off.
it.
Right
I like
against a
2
Winston,
monitors. 2
all
monitors
you have to
is
do
just the perfect
is just
amount.
hit the circle in the right space.
Yeah, I mean, a genius so far for Canada. Now on their attacking side, Moxie, do you think they want to mix things up, maybe change their composition? Or, I mean, I know it was defense, it was their defense instead of offense on this map in particular, but do you have to play a different composition for breaking this point A?
False is incredibly flexible in terms of what composition he can play. I love as well that Team Canada are just doing this after every single round. They may not be locking the full Le Seraphim strategy in, but they're definitely channeling that energy into this match. Love to see these players having fun because it is a very stressful situation for them. So the fact that they're taking a little bit of that pressure off of their shoulders allows
I
them
like
to
how
really
Crimson's
play at
wearing
their
a
own comfort
fucking
level.
Canada hat. I love
Brazil
it.
now on the defensive side. Svenko gets the first pick on the Noxious, who is setting up towards the main side. Nice shot from the Widowmaker of Brazil. Crucial pick for them if they want a chance to win this. Canada looks like they're still setting up, but looks like they're going to wait for Noxious to come back.
Well, Svenko's trying to find another one of those picks. Ludwig not really finding anyone to fully dive onto just yet, as Team Canada have somehow been able to get Seeker up onto the high ground. That has to be nade shenanigans to be able to parkour up there. And Svenko is forced to pull back, and now he's going to be taking a lot of pressure coming through from Cal on that off-angle and alley.
Yeah, I mean, each headshot he takes just puts him
Melon,
in a
you're
worse
even in
situation.
my
Not just there on the
Melon's in my
flank, too. I mean,
YouTube chat
everybody in Canada's
doing the step
collapsed.
dag stuff.
Brazil never
Bro,
really found their
YouTube
footing
chat
on the
is
defensive
gonna-
side. Maybe they could have gone.
They
for a
ain't ready
dive,
for
but
that.
We're a bit too passive, waiting for Svenko's shots, who is now.
Yeah, I think this is
swap
going to be
over Tracer.
a pretty like
Team
clean,
Brazil don't really
you know,
have
2-0
anything to
chat
try and
actually.
bait out
Brazil
Bastion
ain't
utility
looking like
because
they're doing
running
too
the
hot
Anno
today.
without something like a Brigida Looter, you're always going to have these problems arising in your backline with Noxious just getting to absolutely free farm. Neil's always going to be playing really aggressive, trying to buy that space, that distraction for Ludwig and Svenko to be able to try and do the exact same thing to Team Canada's supports. But first of all, they need to win
This
this
is
1v1.
so sad
Tracer
Alexa
versus
played
is
this
so
Despacito.
important to stop that payload from moving.
Did you see that grenade from Seeker? It just like bounced off 4 walls and still connected on the Ludwig there. I mean, it didn't result in a kill, but that was nuts. Ludwig in the copy. Goes to the tank for him on the Bastion. Svenko's able to find Cal, as Ludwig wanted that kill. Baptiste went on the backside as well to sustain for Canada, though, even though they're
Every
missing a
every
member of
match
the
I
team.
watch
Oh
has
my
been a
God, he was
2-0.
Noxious to a nice knee.
There's been a couple
As well
2-1s
there.
yesterday.
Couldn't go through on the copy either. Because the copy
I think
did run
in
out.
the
Canada
group
does have
stages,
like
which
4
this is the
minutes and 30
bracket
seconds on
stages.
the clock.
In the group
But
stages,
Brazil at
which
least
is the
get
top
a
8, I think there'll be a
semi-team fight win there.
there'll be less like
They've got high
rolls,
ground as well now, and this is huge
because
because
they'll
now
be
they
the
have
best
space
2
to be able
teams
to
from
play
each
around
bracket,
those cooldowns that
which
we
is going to
talked
be, I think, a
about,
lot
right?
better.
Bait, sequence using that transformation, and then disengage. Unfortunately, where the payload actually finished, they don't have a lot of space to be able to back up to. It's only this rooftop, and False is already chasing, pressuring, trying to bait that Winston bubble a little bit too early, so he's forced to jump away and leave his Ana behind.
Oh.
And now Noxious just moves them for the kill.
Yep, I think that's GG's chat. Sorry, Brazil.
Had far too many ultimates to deal with for Brazil. Can they even touch this point? I don't think
Nah,
so.
GG's
Only
Brazil.
a few meters left. A bit of dancing on the cart and celebration, and that was a very smooth 2-0 for Team Canada.
GG's.